the Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition. Season's greetings to you all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, a significant day for the government of the Bahamas as an official ceremony was held, paving the way for a multi-million-dollar project in West Grand Bahama designed to address the age-old problem of flooding at the Fishing Hole Road. The event, which attracted hundreds, featured a number of new beginnings. Joan Davis-Roll has our top story.
An exciting and historic day here on the island of Grand Bahama as a contract signing and groundbreaking ceremony is held for a new causeway here at the Fishing Hole Road. It was a grand celebration as a ceremonial tilling of the soil signaled a new era in Grand Bahama's development. The official groundbreaking and contract signing was held for the construction of a $6.5 million bridge at the Fishing Hole Road. The auspicious occasion proving to be historic in more ways than one, a political bombshell coming during the introduction of the nation's leader. Helping to usher in this new chapter in this country's history, a man viewed as an opponent in the last general election, former F&M candidate Norris Bay.
I say without fear of contradiction or without reservation that I endorse the following of Christie, particularly as an 8-mile Rockian. Martin Luther King said, I had a dream. And as a little boy, I had a dream. I had a dream that one day a bridge would be built that would prevent all of the heartaches of the people of West Grand Bahama. It is no longer a dream. It is now a reality.
The nation's chief executive, the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, says the event, which has been a long time coming, marks a new day for scores of Bahamians.
I want to think of all those grand Bahamians who thought like Norris. God, make this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today. You waited for the vision to be executed on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The Consolidated Fund, the Treasury, has now made it possible for this particular road, the Fishing Hole Road, to go slowly into history and to be replaced by a causeway. And to those who like to look at the political calendar, the causeway should be finished by the end of January 2017.
The historic event, bittersweet for the family of the late Bobby Tinker, the man who drowned during Hurricane Floyd as he attempted to cross the flooded Fishing Hole Road, was remembered by his children, Robert and Ivory Tinker. The Prime Minister giving the assurance that the bridge will be built to ensure that this tragedy will never be repeated.
On September 17, 1999, the last day I saw my father, I remember the day quite vividly. It's something that I remember to this day. Mr. Prime Minister, I cannot thank you enough. My family cannot thank you enough. Like Mrs. Reckley said, I do not know if this was one of your projects that you ever had planned, but this means so much to me and my family.
The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, it shall speak and not lie.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Well, the groundbreaking and contract signing for the new causeway at the Fishing Hole Road was a defining moment for residents all across Grand Bahama. Sabrina Brown has reaction tonight.
For decades, residents of West Grand Bahama and many who work in that district have been calling for a resolution to the flooding problem here at the Fishing Hole Road. And now the Progressive Liberal Party government is following through on a promise made to the people of Grand Bahama, and residents are elated.
I can remember having half of my family in Freeport during the time of a hurricane at Gensel Court, and I'm in West End, and being stuck on the other side after the hurricane, wondering how they fared without no communications.
Freeport is the city, and we have to come to Freeport to access essential services. And with any bad weather, it doesn't have to be a storm. Any little slight change of weather, It's hard to cross the fishing hole.
Today we are able to hear from the leader of the country the plan that he put together to correct this problem, and we are all thankful for that.
This has been like this now for the last 67 years, because I'm 67. So for my born it's like this. So I'm proud that we make a step to get this road fixed.
Former Minister of Works Bradley Roberts, who served in that capacity from 2002 to 2007, says this issue has always ranked high on the PLP's agenda.
This matter was forcefully brought to my attention by Caleb Boughton and his group, and I caused an investigation, engineering investigation, to be done, and we concluded it just before we were voted out of office in 2007. It was an engineering resolution of the matter, and I'm delighted that the government has finally moved, after all these years, to implement the recommendation of the expert engineers.
Residents also gave their views on the naming of the bridge.
I think that this causeway should be called the Robert Tinker Crossway, and I hope the government and those in authority would give some serious thought to naming this after Robert Tinker. He literally gave his life for this cause.
It's unfortunate that someone had to lose their life, late Mr. Tinker, and so I hope that this bridge will be named in his honor.
The Fishing Hole Road Causeway is expected to be completed by the end of January 2017. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Sabrina. Now, a team of government officials also touring the new fire station currently under construction on Settlers Way. Italia Hall has this story.
Work commenced on the $6.2 million project 4 months ago. This new facility has been many years in the making and will replace the former fire station that was destroyed by Hurricanes Francis and Jean back in 2004. On Friday afternoon, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Work, the Honorable Philip Davis, the Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, other government and police officials toured the new facility to inspect the progress of the work. Contractor Patrick McDonald says he is confident that the fire station will be completed on time.
We have already peaked at the second floor of the building, and as you see, the outer buildings at the back have been all superstructured in place and roof on. And at present, bulk of our major procurement, which is required to be able to keep the construction on course and on track, has pretty much been procured.
The Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister for Grand Bahama say they are pleased with the quality and progress of the work to date.
I'm advised that he's on time, he's on budget, and if it continues this way, we have a wonderful product. It is something that was needed for Grand Bahama, something that Grand Bahama has been crying for quite a long time, and here it is we have today, popping out of the ground, right, a police fire station that'll be able to service Grand Bahama.
I'm sure the residents of Grand Bahama is waiting diligently for this project to be delivered so that the Royal Bahamas Police Force, particularly the fire department, will have a permanent home so that they can get on with the business of protecting the city and the citizens.
For more than 10 years now, fire crews have been working from makeshift facilities. The officer in charge of Grand Bahama, Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police Emric Seymour, says fire crews are anxiously awaiting the completion of the new facility so that they can provide an improved level of service to the Grand Bahama community.
Needless to say, as an organization, we're extremely proud, we're extremely blessed to be moving soon into these facilities, and the people of Grand Bahama can expect much more efficient and effective police and fire services as a result of this new spanking brand new police station, fire station.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
A former Free National Movement candidate is now a member of the governing Progressive Liberal Party. The announcement was made late this afternoon. Chairman of the PLP, Bradley Roberts, issuing a statement today confirming that educator and former FNM candidate in the Marcos City constituency, Norris Bain, has officially joined the PLP. Roberts says this is continuing with the theme that the PLP has a big tent and a rich and proud legacy of attracting high-quality young men and women committed to public service. The PLP chairman noting that Norris Bain is well respected in the Grand Bahamas community community and within the sporting community across the nation, and his work in securing countless scholarships for young Bahamians with foreign university gives him international respect and credibility. The PLP chairman says the government has published a national youth policy and is executing its master plan for sports development not only in New Providence but around the family of islands. This includes sports academies. He says, as the country plans its development through the mechanism of its National Development Plan Vision 2040, the talents and vision of Norris Bain as a voice of credibility around the table on youth and sports development matters augurs well for the future of the youth and the Bahamas. Bain also issuing a statement today on his political move. The noted educator stating that notwithstanding his decision 5 years ago to contest the Marco City constituency for the FNM, his political philosophy is more aligned with that of the Progressive Liberal Party and wholeheartedly subscribes to the Progressive Liberal Party's position of governance and national development. Bain says given his direct involvement in youth development, especially through the discipline of sports, he will do everything in his power to influence the next generation in understanding that a Perry Gladstone Christie government is the way to go in 2017. Bain continued that he looks forward to working closely with Prime Minister Christie and his leadership team in executing its national youth policy, the expanded role of the government in sports development, especially at the scholastic level, the development of a sports academy, and the construction of sporting facilities throughout the Bahamas. The government's Vision 2040 National Development Plan provides a unique opportunity for stakeholders in sports and youth development to become constructively engaged with this project to ensure that our future, our youth, have pride of place as the country charts the way forward to 2014 and beyond. Bain says it is about national development ultimately, and he offers himself as a mayor's servant to facilitate this as national development is bigger than Norris Bain. Stay with us, there's more news right after this.